Hey everybody, it's Mike and Denise.
Hi.
You hear an airplane? I'm trying to see if this is going. We're trying something new. We're trying to get this thing going on Telegram. We just got on LinkedIn not too long ago for our broadcasts of our dinners. But this thing doesn't seem to be working. I don't know. Oops, no. Telegram doesn't see any stream coming from your streaming app. Okay, well, I guess it's not working this time. Well, here you go, Denise. Anyway, welcome to dinner. Here is our dinner. Just so you want to take a look, first of all, what we're going to eat. Denise has an organic eggplant parmesan. This is on the 7 meal plan, by the way. It's like your own personal chef meal prep service, believe it or not. If you're in Northern Virginia, D.C. area, this goes out to Northern Virginia, D.C. area. Mine is an organic sun-dried tomato, kale, pesto pasta.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, so we got some good stuff, right?
Usually I take all the pasta dishes and have them for lunch when we're away from each other.
Yeah, but you got eggplant parmesan.
Yeah, so.
Okay, now.
That's what I can do.
It's important that you guys know all the details. You may wonder, why do you guys keep talking about this stuff and why is it so complicated? It just is, okay? And if you want to know more about why it's so complicated, I actually have a book, Live to 150. It's live, Liveto 150.org. That's the playlist on YouTube. It's free. Or you can just watch our videos here and buy your food at GreenFare. That's all you have to do. It's so easy. If you're in the DC area. If you're not in the DC area, it is nearly impossible. I mean, I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer here or whatever, but it truly is. Is there any other restaurant or food service of any kind? I mean, you hear about people making Whole Foods and, higher end type plant-based. Okay, awesome. But does it really benefit your body? No, definitely not. Actually, in fact, most times it's harming your body rather than making it better. And people might say, oh, well, this is the best tasting vegan food you're ever going to have. But unfortunately, your body doesn't feel the same way. Your taste buds might feel that way, but your body's going to react in a negative way. But what you got to know is, why is this GreenFare food better? You can do it yourself. You can go on our website, aPlantBasedDiet.org, and actually I get my Plant Powered Movement Run shirt on. aPlantBasedDiet.org, click on healthy recipes, and you can make this stuff yourself, which is a ridiculous amount of effort, especially if you are making 2 entrees in the same meal, which I can't even tell you how much grocery shopping that's going to require, and food prep time and everything else, which who wants to do that? I mean, if you really love cooking, more power to you. But if you don't, and you're in the DC area, and if you know somebody in the DC area who is having health challenges or is on some maintenance meds or is anything but perfect health, you want them to learn about this, because even if they're not going to guarantee perfect health, if you're having issues with the regular standard American diseases from the standard American diet, SAD, this will absolutely help you, and in so many ways. And actually, we just added to the list too of the disease list and the health issues. We're not even going to get into that today, but Denise has the list of why this food is different and better, and we're going to explain each one, and then kind of hurry it up because we're hungry. We're going to eat.
Yeah.
Right.
First of all, it's loaded with phytonutrients and intact fiber.
Okay. Well, basically what that means is it's made out of plants, and plants have fiber, and there's no oil in here because oil doesn't have any fiber. It's all removed. There's no juice in here because juice doesn't have any fiber, and it's all removed. And of course, all the nutrients, all these different plants, there's so many different ingredients in these dishes that you're getting a well-rounded variety of plants to give your body all the nutrients that it needs. What's next?
It's fully organic.
Fully organic. That means it meets the USDA organic standard. Both all the food components that go into every single ingredient, by the way. And that's why you'll see organic in front of each dish, because it's fully organic. And of course, the restaurant where you prepare the food is also organic certified, meaning they use no regular chemicals. Everything is of an organic nature. So that is one of only 5 restaurants, I believe, in the entire country that meets those qualifications. So you're getting the best of the best. What's next?
It's certified healthy vegan food.
Okay, that's our nonprofit, aPlantBasedDiet.org. We hand that out to anybody who wants it. So if you aren't near GreenFare and you're like, I want some of this near me, well, tell them to go on to healthyveganfood.info, healthyveganfood.info. It lists all the stipulations that you require for that certification, and it's done on a per dish basis because we don't expect the entire menu of a food entity to end up having a certification for every single item. Maybe 1 or 2, right? That's what they usually get.
Right.
But GreenFare has every single item, including this. These two and all the other 5 meals that we had in the 7-meal plan. And by the way, the link is below to order. So go down below and order your food, right? Order it now before you forget.
I have a correction. We don't just hand out our certification to anyone who wants it. We inspect your recipe and make sure that
we do some checks. We do some checks. And actually, most people, I'd say, unfortunately, most places are so scared by the fact that they would have to do what we're asking that they don't even do it.
Right.
But you have a place here that only cares about your health, not their profits. And that is amazing to see. We wish every restaurant was like this. Don't you think that if we know all this, I mean, it's sad that we live in a time when we know all of this and we know how it affects the human body. We know how it improves your life. And yet all restaurants aren't like this, or this isn't like the default way that a restaurant is.
Yeah.
We're just in that time frame right now, but GreenFare is leading the way. They are a pioneer for sure.
This food optimizes your immune system and gut health. And I'll give you one example. I had some minor surgery on my gums a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't given an antibiotic prescription because she and I, the dentist, had already talked about food, and I healed right away. She didn't even need a prescription for a pain medication for me because I was healed within 3 days.
Yeah, so you give the body what it's designed for, what it wants, and it performs amazingly well, right? But the reverse of that is true as well, because GreenFare is doing it the right way. If you're doing it the wrong way, it's nothing but pain and disease for most of your life, and that is miserable. And we don't want anybody to be miserable. So that's why we're telling you about GreenFare, because we want you to come on out to GreenFare in the DC area, order your food, pick it up twice a week, bring it home. It's effortless, and it's not really going to cost you much more than doing this with any other meal service or any other restaurant service, except that your body is going to love it. That's the thing. Your body is going to thank you.
So this food contains 0 added oil, sugar, or salt, and lower sodium means lower blood pressure.
All right, let's talk about that. 0 added oil, sugar, or salt. A lot of people talk about plant-based foods. People talk about vegan foods. Have you ever heard of a restaurant or any food entity, personal chef, what have you, where their entire menu has no added oil, no added sugar, and no added salt?
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, except for GreenFare. That's it. That's what I'm saying. GreenFare is all about your health, and look what you get to eat. This stuff is amazing. Don't let anybody tell you that, oh, I can't cook like that. If I cook like that, it's going to taste so bad. You're going to eat, nothing but cardboard all the time. If somebody tells you that, please don't believe them. It's absolutely not true. And that's why we're here. We're making these videos because word on the street is that's what happens. But that rumor is not true. Rumors are usually not true anyway, but that one is absolutely not true.
They contain 0 animal products.
0 animal products. So only plants. Just like that shirt, plant-powered, only plants. And why do you not want animal products? Let's just do the 3-second version. Animal products contain cholesterol, they have 0 fiber, and they contain a protein that causes cancer in humans. So just knowing those 3 things, anything else?
Not directly cancer, but it causes inflammation. And when your body's fighting off inflammation, it can't heal itself, and it's more likely to get cancer.
All right, so just knowing those things, don't you think that there's an alternative to animal products that you should just eat that instead? That doesn't have any of those things? Well, that's plants. It's organic plants. It's organic plants that aren't processed. And you know what? If someone's adding oil to your food, never let them tell you they're not giving you processed food, because they are, right? If they're adding oil, sugar, or salt, the food they're giving you is processed, because processed sugar, you can never find that in nature. You have to process it. Oil, it doesn't exist. I asked people recently, have you ever made oil? No, you can't. You need some kind of giant press or something. And then salt's a bunch of crushed rocks. That is very processed as well. So the reality is the only way you're going to get food that is not processed is to have no added oil, no added sugar, and no added salt. I know that sounds kind of crazy because there's different degrees of this, but if you want the ultimate, best for your body, health optimization, you need to have it this way. No added oil, no added sugar, no added salt.
It's prepared in a certified fully organic kitchen with 0 chemicals.
Yeah, I talked about that earlier. I'll touch that on the other organic part. So fully organic in all ways. Nobody else, I don't think anybody can match that. Nobody in the DC area, that's for sure.
This contains a low caloric density and a lower percentage of calories from fat.
Okay, two things with that. Low caloric density means eat all you want, never do portion control, right? No portion control ever, as long as you're eating this specific type of food, all right? And then the other thing is high percent or low percentage of calories and fat. That means you don't get the diseases that are caused from eating foods that have a high percentage of calories and fat, which is mainly type 2 diabetes, and I'm sure type 3 diabetes, which is Alzheimer's and dementia, is also caused by that as well. And that is so easy to slip down that slippery slope and be eating like that. It's so easy to do, but you cannot do that at GreenFare. They won't let you because they won't serve you anything. Like nothing fits that definition.
It's cooked at temperatures below 350 degrees Fahrenheit in order to prevent the formation of cancer-causing acrylamides.
Yeah, that's it. Acrylamide is caused anytime you cook food above 350 degrees.
Yeah.
So if you cook, you have to do light cooking. It's that's why raw foods are good for you as well, and lightly cooked foods like you get at GreenFare, not singed and totally burned and charred. Yeah, I mean, that stuff is not what you want. There's a reason why you shouldn't be doing that. There's a reason why the food turns black too. You're not supposed to be eating that stuff.
It has no nutritional quality once it's charred.
Yeah.
So this food has a lower glycemic index, which reduces blood sugar spikes and energy crashes following a meal. It also reduces cravings.
Okay, low glycemic index basically means it's not processed as well. You get something like oil, processed sugar, salt, lots of other things, lots of other boxed foods, bags foods in your grocery store. They're all pummeled, destroyed versions of what was there, with stuff removed, stuff extracted. And what that does is it spikes your blood sugar. It makes your pancreas go into overdrive, and it also screws with your attention span. So if you get people who have trouble, even adults, with ADD and just can't focus and can't get anything done, and they're constantly going highs and lows and they can't ever even themselves out, it's probably because they're eating foods that are of a high glycemic index. You want low. You always want low, and that's what you get because it's almost all whole foods without any of that processed stuff, the oil, sugar, and salt, which is processed. None of that's in there.
Lastly, this food contains 0 alcohol.
0 alcohol? There's no alcohol in my pasta? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, there is no alcohol in any of the foods. And why? Why would someone do that? Besides, you may have heard that that's an addictive substance. It happens to be legal, but it's also a known carcinogen, kind of like the acrylamides. And, it's kind of sad to see, like, when you see some people that claim to be focused on health, like different, anti-cancer events, anti-cancer campaigns going on. And a lot of times at these events, they're serving alcohol, which is mind-boggling to me, because especially with the breast cancer and things like that. Why would you ever want to do that? I don't know. It's because word on the street is this isn't the problem. Word on the street is alcohol doesn't cause anything other than make you feel good or whatever, and it might be addictive, so be careful. But that's not. It's very, very dangerous, and that's why they don't serve it here. And what's the big profit center, by the way, in restaurants?
Alcohol sales.
Yeah, so every sit-down restaurant pretty much that's for dinner, it's more of an upscale place, like GreenFare, does alcohol, except GreenFare. They got a license until Gwen, the owner out there, thank you, Gwen, realized that if we're doing health, we cannot serve alcohol. You cannot, in good conscience, do that, so they don't do it. So everything is for your health, everything. So if you remember, DC area, please share this video. Please comment if you've been to GreenFare. And again, all the links are down below. If you don't see the links for any reason to order all this food, go to our YouTube channel, aPlantBasedDiet.org, and just click on the live videos and look down in the description. All the links are there because sometimes they get truncated, like on LinkedIn and other places. So nice to have you with us for dinner. We are going to go eat. We do not have any more time to waste. We got to go eat now, right?
Yes.
And that eggplant looks good. I don't think that you have to worry about missing on the pasta if you're going to get the eggplant, and I'm not going to get that.
I'll give you a piece as long as I can have some of your pasta.
Yeah. Okay. Have a nice dinner, everybody. Hope you're having a great evening. Bye.